Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick recording. Recently, I've been doing lots of recording recently. Well, it's more of like discussions I've had with some people on what's called creating personal projects. It's one of those things that once in a while you get around to doing. So I just want to walk you through how I do it and make it easier for you to do. I get to do a lot this year. As long as clients work also coming in. Okay. Now to the focus of the major thing. So working on personal projects. I think the first thing that really gets a lot of people stumped is what's good. How to get ideas for personal projects. So mostly for me it's more of like recent occurrence in life, recent things. If I travel, I'm most likely on a travel app. If I'm eating, I'm not sure what I'm going to eat. I'm most likely working on a food timetable app. So more like anything I have a problem with in life generally, you see me trying to convert into a product that can solve the problem for me. But beyond that, there have been other ideas, other areas I've looked at for what's good for ideas. So major thing to keep in mind is number one, keep the goal or the trigger for what's good. Keep it in mind. So why are you working on this thing? Is it that you want to try working in illustration, you want to try working with more colors, you want to learn new things, you want to build a cool stuff. You see someone doing like prototyping on Twitter. Makes sense if you want to do it. So keep it in mind that this is what I want to do. Or let's say, and this has happened up to me. I was seeing people's work. I was seeing his portfolio, and I saw that this particular individual had a lot of B2B type work, and all I had was B2C. And yes, I need to buff up. So definitely, whatever I was working on, it wasn't going to be B2C. It was going to be B2B, something company facing. So whether it's buffing your portfolio or just showing off, okay, you don't have a project in this, in this niche, in this industry, that kind of a situation. Or you look at companies you love to work with. The exercise that they give people that are like your top 3 companies. For me, if I'm to rate companies, currently number 1 is still Google, followed by Amazon. I have my reasons. Then probably Control in the Web3 space. Among the AI companies, which one I would love to work with. To be frank, it's still Google. It's still Google in terms of AI companies before Cloud and ChatGPT. So look for niches. So basically, look at companies you would love to work with, and like with the way things are trending now, definitely work on something that has AI inside it. So you know what you're padding, and based on that, you can make a good decision. So you can look at niche or interest. If you are specializing or you want to really get a job, or you want to be the go-to person for a particular type of industry, that should help you. So regardless of whether it is a web design, web app, or mobile app, but this is mainly like web app and mobile apps. So look for niches you have interest in. Keep the idea of like what triggered you, what was the inspiration, because most times you're trying to learn something, you have to recreate that thing. So you are doing something that is close to that industry or where the inspiration is, so that it's easier for you to translate before you start attempts to translate in a different source, in different industries, like carrying something from fintech and something that can inside food. It's possible, but the leap is a little bit much. But it's from normal spending fintech, I can carry it into savings fintech. Like I can carry something like from Paystack, that is Zap app. I can carry something like PiggyVest. So not too far leap. And start what you find easy. There are some things that come easy for me, and some people, illustration is their bread and butter. They can wake up and you start illustrating. So you can start with that illustration and then look for an industry that it fits. For me, it's logo design. So I can have like a random logo. I'm like, which industry fits this thing? And then from there, I can move on. So it's graphics. Like so that if you are touching industry, you are touching industry based on your comfort zone. I find that really helps. So that's how you get ideas. And if you want to challenge yourself, try working with projects that work with a lot of media. But that's more challenge type thing. Or you can focus on, I want to work on something that is really, really neat. Kini has to be lean it B2B, because you're seeing graphs, you're seeing charts, you're seeing a lot of micro context. So depending on what you want to learn, what you want to try out, what your goal is, it really help you in finding ideas. Beyond that, ChatGPT is always there. So what I do to the process for how I work through it is I have a close idea of what I want to do, but I'm not really sure. Like I've not finalized it. I just check mobbing. I check their what's called their categories, the categories or industries. I shall check to like find one that is really close to the idea I have. So I know okay, I'm up designing the entire flow for Moscow from scratch. I'm doing a variation of what this product is. So I know what I'm doing. So less pressure on my hand. It's a personal project. The goal is to look cool and post something and whichever thing I wanted to practice along the way, or whatever I want to buff on my portfolio. It's not that. Okay, so I check Mobbing for that product, then I visit their website. So even though I might not be able to see the entire screens from their website, I'm able to see, okay, this is what this product promises, and I carry the website to AI. That okay, give me competitions and area. So I brainstorm with ChatGPT for me, like which idea can I pick from this company. The recent one I did, they were doing finance, and I picked like one of their offerings, and I made it like the focus of the alternative I'm working on. So I'm up doing them one to one. I'm picking like a particular aspect of them, and I'm probably adding other things there. So from their website, I copy the website, like paste it here, like the entire text on the home page. To the AI to give me alternatives and etc. So that from there you can now brainstorm, okay, this is the future priority I want to do. But to avoid scope creep, you're not supposed to do the entire all the 50 screens on the app. That one is unless you're starting out, then you have to do like the entire thing. God. Basically identify one primary flow, like one primary beginning to the end action, probably the most what's called the major action you do on the app, which is finance now. Transaction flow. The flow to save is not really how many times am I coming to save, but the flow that I'm coming to transfer money, can is secondary. Buying your time secondary, transferring money. That's the key thing. So the key one, that's what you're going to focus on. Once you know the primary flow, you can just tell any AI generation tool. You can sketch, you can enter Figma. Figma, I was right. What brainstorm so that you know what next to do, and you have an alternative that you've seen on Mobbing. So just design that flow, and once I've designed that flow, it's to make it feel like I designed an entire product, not just not just a single flow, or not just one screen, that kind of thing. Because this thing, most of my personal projects, I expect them to go from my Figma to my social media to my portfolio and live on forever. So I expect it to look like I worked on a full project for my own head. So once I finish designing my primary flow, I include the 7 screens every product needs. This is a concept I picked for Moscow. Adrian, Adrian. So this is the actual tweet. I will post the tweet too. So once I've done my flow, I include this 7 screen. So the welcome screen, you will see like samples on that tweet. So they are not here. They're kind of here. So the welcome screen, the screen has a logo on here. Welcome to this page, the onboarding screens, introducing what you do, login, whether Google or whatever, home screen, user profile, settings, and subscription. So once you have this 7 plus your flow, boom, you are good to go. An example, so that's the entry. Well, an example of this is, it was last year, was this project. So these are how the screens I designed. I lost interest. I did not finish the major flow, but the 7 screens I needed, like the welcome screen, This is onboarding. No, this is onboarding. This is login. This is home screen. This is home. And see, I have like two home screens. Yeah, this is also home screen. These are home screen alternatives, 1 and 2, and these are like other screens. This is set user profile screens. It's settings and paywall. So from there, I think this is how many screens. 9 screens. So from that 9 screens, I have a full case study that's like how many pages? Case study is 35 pages. So presentation, you're able to write what the project is about. This is missing. Must have pasted it when else. Anyway, more about put the fine logo, some graphics, problem. I was trying to find the best fonts. I must have forgotten to correct it. Anyway, but you get the idea. So you're able to, post like the visual screens and expand the entire concept. Although it's just 9 screens, the visual ones that have screens, this is 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. But when you put other things like a logo on top, some assets, you're able to make it look like you work on an entire product, like that you are just showing the select section of the product. So that's the idea. And from this, I was interested in what's good. Interested in travel and looking at fine places in the world. What is beautiful. So that's me doing the walkthrough. This can also give the slides if possible. So I find that really helps. So if you have any other question, maybe I can help. Happy to help. Kind of free these days. Thank you.